How can communities be more helpful to product managers or for product managers?
Companies have tended to use communities mostly for support, which is fine and great. Leaning on it more from a marketing and product standpoint, we really get to know our customers better and how to better market them and how to build better products.
Seeing a group of your users in what I would call their natural element is super helpful because they're not answering a question that you've come up with and it's tailored to something you want to know.
A very strange way that we've gotten some recent feedback at my current company is from a TV show.
POV edit, community engagement. How can communities be more helpful to product managers or for product managers? What are communities doing well or not doing well, or what are some of those problems to be solved?
One of the things I learned, I've been working in blockchain for the last couple of years. And in blockchain, everything is sort of decentralized. The products are ideally. And even if they're not, it's a lot of the users tend to reject analytics tools and they have blockers up. You really don't have user data in the way that you do in a Web2 product, which is a real challenge. However, all these products, whether it's an NFT or whether it's a decentralized finance or games, whatever people are building, they tend to have communities, and that's sort of how they manage their marketing. But it's also how you can be really close to your users because they're in Discord or they're in Slack or whatever it is. In Web3, it's usually Discord. And they're just chatting away about your product and about all the problems that are adjacent to and central to what you're solving with the product. And for me, it's been absolutely invaluable to have that kind of conversation going on because I can grab someone and take them onto a chat and have a call with them. And not to mention just all the information that comes out of simply just listening to what's the conversation that's happening and really getting to know your users in a way, not just around the product like you would with user interviews and user research. What are they also interested in? Why are they're there primarily to be around whatever it is that your thing does, but then they're also like talking about other things. And so you have a pretty good idea. I mean, I was hanging out in Discord all the time and I learned a lot. And I think these kind of communities can be really valuable for companies. And I think companies have tended to use communities mostly for support as a way of sort of doing peer-to-peer support and taking the load off their own technical support, which is fine and great. They can help each other. But I think leaning on it more from a marketing and product standpoint, we really get to know our customers better and how to better market them and how to build better products for them. So I really think that they can be a valuable tool for product managers.
That's a good point. You mentioned Discord. So where are the kids hanging out on? What communities or social platforms are the kids using now? I assume it's not X. Is it still Slack? Is it Blue Sky? You got a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of apps. Definitely not Facebook. Yeah, Discord is still huge. There are still so many communities in Discord. I don't love Discord. I think I was running our first application sort of connected Discord to other things. And so I was in Discord a lot, and our customers at Discord, there was a bot aspect to our thing that was in Discord. And it just gets overwhelming. There's so much stuff going on in there, and you lose notifications, and it's really hard to track. You know, I'm an old guy too, so maybe it's different when you're younger. But through our user research, a lot of people complained about that, both on the community manager side and on the end user side. Yeah, TikTok. That's right, Jason. TikTok is a big one.
The Washington Post is using it, but how are you using communities to help you in your product management role?
Sort of seeing a group of your users in what I would call their natural element is super helpful because they're not answering a question that you've come up with and it's tailored to something you want to know. They're talking amongst their friends, and it's super interesting to actually see what they think. And people are very vocal when they think there's a problem. They will tell you and they will tell their friends. So having a place like Reddit, for example, they're just subreddits, it's full of all this information as to how people have interacted with products, what they liked, what they didn't like. Pretty interesting. I haven't used a lot of TikTok for product from a marketing perspective. It's pretty interesting, especially because a lot of the younger generation is using it as sort of this search engine. It's this end all be all. You know, it's the new Google, basically. So we can find the right way to actually use TikTok, I actually think that would be pretty interesting.
I've seen growing trends of people actually searching for answers on TikTok. Myself, I used TikTok too much, so it has now been an uninstalled application on my phone. So I do find that pretty interesting. I am still curious though, especially when you're talking about Mofaluke, when you mentioned you use Reddit, are you just using the product management subreddit, or are there others that you found of use there?
For Reddit, I'm basically just scrolling around. I'm not in any particular channel, but if I find topics that are interesting, I sort of jump in and lurk. I think that's the right term. But yeah, I'm basically just jumping around. It's pretty interesting, all the discourse.
I am curious to see what other communities product managers are using to kind of up their game, as well as what gaps people are seeing in communities where the communities aren't serving certain needs that product people would like to see better served.
I've never worked in a company where there was like a Discord community or a Reddit or like any sort of like organic online community before. But what I've created my own communities, like customer user groups. This was really in the days before Discord, where I've created them to create a user base, got together regularly, either virtually or actually in person, to be able to go to them, especially like when I was at Aetna. We had a core group of customers that we would go to, that we would look for their feedback on things. It's really funny, actually, a very strange way that we've gotten some recent feedback at my current company is from a TV show. I don't know if anybody here has seen the show Industry. I think it's either, I can't remember if it's Showtime or HBO, one of those, but Industry, it's all about...
Who has that kind of time, Paul? We're all helping and serving our customers.
Of course, there's no free time whatsoever. But it's a show that's all about financial market traders in a trading desk at some big, huge hedge fund in London. And they actually have our telecommunication systems sitting on their desks right next to their Bloomberg terminals. So it's been really funny to us to see how the traders use them in the TV show. We've shown the TV show to some of our customers, and they're like, they did a really good job in figuring out how it should be used, because that's really how we use it.
That's good.
That's funny. That's interesting. My wife is a physician. The medical thing is like universally wrong. She's always like, you would never, like, they wouldn't be wearing that kind of collar, or they'd be intubated when they're doing whatever thing they're like.
Wait, hold on a second here, Drew. I watch Grey's Anatomy, and I'm
Oh my
pretty
God,
sure
so
that it's
aggravates me
very
to no end.
accurate.
It aggravates me to no end. So I'm an emergency
No.
medical technician. I'm in emergency rooms all the time. I know a lot of the treatments that doctors will end up doing, and I watch every medical show, whether it's The Good Doctor, Grey's Anatomy, or ER, or whatever, and they all get it wrong.
No, Grey's Anatomy, dead on. I know that's all true. All true.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yep.
I saw someone also mentioned, and I like the idea. This is an interesting idea. Is looking at the comments section in the App Store as almost kind of a mini or micro communities. This comes from Jason. Again, really a lot of great comments coming from Jason tonight. So awesome work there. Your go-to platform for all things product management, connecting you with industry leaders, trendsetters, and a global community of insights and unique perspectives. This is The Product Way. This show is brought to you by The Product Group. The Product Group isn't just another meetup. It's a thriving community that's been the go-to hub for product enthusiasts since 2009. Whether you're a product manager in a startup, a designer in a Fortune 500, a seasoned chief officer, or a student aspiring to break into the industry, the Product Group has a seat for you at the roundtable. It's a diverse community where you'll find a blend of fresh perspectives and seasoned wisdom, covering everything from the latest industry trends to timeless best practices. If you're ready to elevate your game and enrich your network, head over to meetup.com/pro/theproductgroup and join a chapter near you today. Are you looking to elevate your brand in the product management space? Partner with The Product Way, the go-to product management channel featuring a variety of shows. Highlight your brand and be part of the conversations that are shaping the future of product management. Contact us at jhorn, that is JHORN, at theproductguy.com.